What's going on,
It's
everyone?
3 at 9, everyone.
Yes, it is.
Not sure if you heard, a little snowstorm is coming our way.
Little snowmageddon.
Just a little bit.
Everywhere I go, like literally I was at the dentist office and I was getting my teeth cleaned today. I'm just sitting there with my eyes closed and like all I hear the whole office is just like, oh my gosh, did you hear about the snow? Oh my gosh, did you hear about this? Oh my gosh, what are you going to do? Oh, is your kids' thing canceled?
I know.
What about this? Do you think school's going to be canceled? It was just, everyone was,
That is the bus stop banter every morning. And, they look at me like I have all the answers, which we do have answers. Our weather team does.
But not us specifically.
Not
yes,
us specifically.
Yes, exactly.
I could kind of give people a ballpark on like what people say on the news, but I like the
my God.
professionals to handle
Yes,
the job.
I agree.
So on the news side of things, we like to talk about how people are getting ready. And Susan Raff spoke with some plow truck drivers who said 17-hour shifts are not out of the question.
I know. And they're all geared up for it. I mean, there's, what'd she say, 600 plow trucks, 900 drivers at the state DOT.
Wow.
All gearing up for this. They're ready to rock and roll. And they have some advice for all of us. And I'll give you a little hint about our 3 things at 9 today. They're all involving weather.
Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin. Our little friend Benjamin.
That's right.
He's coming to visit on Sunday. All right, here's Susan Raff's story. Take a listen.
We plowed all the streets and got it ready for school and salted everything so it was safe for the kids to go to school and all that.
You would think after 30 years, some would get tired of working during a snowstorm. Not Jonathan Rinaldi. He enjoys his job. Maybe it's because he likes winter. He's also a skier. But make no mistake, driving a plow truck in a snowstorm for 17 hours is definitely long and challenging. He's glad this storm headed our way is on a Sunday, a day when most are not going to work and there's no school. But he says some people insist on taking their chances when the snow is coming down, and it can make his job more difficult.
It's becoming increasingly worse, I would say, over the past couple of years. Definitely, I had some things today. I'm trying to turn around and a car just gets behind me and doesn't want to let me do my thing and just cuts behind me, so I have to stop, and it's dangerous.
All right, some good advice from him right there.
Absolutely.
Give some space, everyone.
Yes, give space.
They got a lot to do.
And if you do not have anything for your driveway right now to try and keep the ice away,
yes.
Just keep in mind there is a salt shortage. So just make sure to call ahead before you go to the store to see if they have the product that you need and what you like to use for your driveway. I know, some things are pet friendly, some things are not pet friendly, some things can be corrosive to your driveway. So just keep all of that in mind before you purchase something.
Yeah, my husband went last night to Home Depot very late, and he said there were 3 bags of salt left.
Okay.
And so I think that, we're running into these issues. This is something that Luke Hydash looked into today. So on that note, this is very apropos for Luke's story. Here we go.
Here's about 600 tons of regular salt, and over here, well, another 600 tons, this of the treated salt. Expect pretty much all of this to be loaded up and out of here over the next few days. Contractors are eager to get their share of salt. The folks at Modern Materials have the pickup down to a science. GM Stefan Kievsky has been in the business for decades.
We're trying to fill our bins. We got trucks going to the port every single day. Multiple trucks. We'll send trucks out of state.
The port is Gateway Terminal in New Haven. Truckers from across the state line up here waiting for their fill. For Mike Pillarella, time is money.
You had in London back in the day, which would cover pretty much the southern part of the state. Now this is doing everything.
Everywhere.
So obviously you got more trucks down here.
Mike's picking up his second load of the day, about 20 tons. Sounds like a lot, but it'll go quickly. At Modern, they'll go through upwards of 1,000 tons a storm.
We work with multiple ones so that we can constantly get an influx of material.
Treated salt has been harder to come by this year, and replenishment is the name of the game.
And our trucks are right on it. The moment it stops snowing and the ports are open, we're in there with half a dozen triaxles picking up more salt, more treated salt.
All this hard work and prep to make the cleanup easy. Contractors got a head start dipping into these piles already over the last couple of days. Going to be a very busy few days here ahead of Winter Storm Benjamin. Your reporter in Wallingford, Luke Hydash, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks to Luke for that. Moving on from plow trucks
2 pipes.
to pipes.
Yeah, so-
plow trucks to salt to pipes. We got you covered.
Yes, if you have any pipes that are in maybe like a cold space in your house, or they're exposed to outdoors, you have to make sure you have the water dripping, because it's going to get extremely cold, especially when you factor in the wind chill factor. And usually what happens is sometimes you don't even know the pipe is frozen if it's an area you don't know, and then all of a sudden you have water in your house.
I know, and that's
So,
not a good scenario.
when it
And there's a lot
melts,
you can do
yes.
beforehand.
Yes, absolutely.
To try to get prepared and make sure. And I know Owen Kingsley also mentioned in his story that you don't want to panic when something like this happens. Have a plan and then just, enact that plan.
Yes. That's
So
always
here's some help to prepare for hopefully no frozen pipes.
Well, between the heavy snowfall and the bitter cold we're expecting this weekend, winter weather can really take a toll on your home if you're not ready. A homeowner in New Milford is learning that lesson after a visit from the fire department.
We all have those little momentary lapses of judgment, but the big thing is don't use an open flame.
Fire crews in New Milford responded to a home Tuesday where the residents had tried to thaw a frozen pipe and caught the inside of their wall on fire.
But open flame is not the answer. You have to call a professional, and this way you don't have a problem, because the old wood and insulation, that goes up fast.
The fire was put out and the damage was minimal. Local plumbers are very busy right now responding to frozen and busted pipes. 2 of the leading causes: improper insulation for pipes and turning the thermostat down.
And thinking that, I'm going away for the weekend, or I'm going away and 55 degrees, 50 degrees is going to work. And in some occasions it does work, but in other times it doesn't, because they have drafts or something's not properly insulated.
Now's also a good time to make sure your generator and carbon monoxide detectors work.
Make our lives easier if they can be prepared. We start thinking about things like generators running for power outages. We start thinking about people's vents to their furnaces, hot water heaters, all those things that create carbon monoxide and can create combustion. Well, if they're clogged, they're blocked, they can back up into the homes, and we want to keep people safe.
Seymour's fire marshal wants to remind folks to know where those outside vents are for your home's heating source. Make sure they don't get blocked by falling snow. Your reporter in Seymour, I'm Owen Kingsley, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, well, now that we went from DOT preps and plow trucks to salt shortage to frozen pipes, we now want you to download the First Alert Weather app. We keep telling you this in our newscast, and that's because this is totally different from the WFSB app. This is its own First Alert Weather app.
Yes, you can get live radar, and I will tell you, the radar is very accurate compared to other weather apps. I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna throw anyone under the bus,
as my daughter said.
But I will say, I've gotten my neighbors to get on the WFSB weather app.
Nice.
And they are happy customers because they were getting weather other places, and they're like, this isn't accurate. And guess what?
I know.
First Alert Weather app.
Well, and now you have it on the go. It's in your phone. You can just, download it for free, sign up for the alerts, and, you're at a game or you're at a concert or you're wherever, and you can check the weather and see what's coming and be prepared. So that's great. And I also want to mention that we are going to be keeping you covered on Sunday with Snowmageddon, where right now we're expecting between 12 and 18 inches for the majority of the state. That was last during the 7 p.m.
Yep,
The meteorologists were saying that. And so Sunday from 5 a.m. to 11:30 p.m., as you see right here, we will have live coverage all day long on the wax and streaming on WFSB Plus. So make sure you stay tuned in for that. We'll have crews all over the state with live team coverage to make sure you know what's going on and get you prepared if you are headed to work or school on Monday.
A lot of our weather coverage really revolves around the people who are making the decisions about where to put resources and what. We're speaking with DOT, we're speaking with the different municipalities around the state. So it's really getting minute by minute information to you about what's happening in your different towns. Waterbury, Bristol, Hartford, New Haven. I mean, we're going to be making calls all across the state to try and get you prepared and let you know like what, Sunday you probably could stay home. Hopefully you don't have to go out, but we will let you know if you do have to go out on Sunday what the roads look like or what your travel looks like. But Monday is the other, big thing. Like a lot of people can't skip work on Monday. So we will have it all for you.
It's going to be a big storm, maybe the most snow we've gotten from one storm in 5 years. So big storm, and we'll be showing up for you in a big way. So
Absolutely.
we will have you
As we
covered.
do.
Also want to mention for Sunday, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but this is our good news of the day, and it is that the New England Patriots are headed to the AFC Championship on Sunday. So we have had crews the last 2 days at Foxborough, at Gillette Stadium, from Dylan Fearon to Dan Booth, talking with quarterback Drake May, Coach Mike Vrabel, some of the other players, some Connecticut connections. So there's a lot of excitement amongst Pat fans, including yourself.
Yes, I'm very excited. And Jill Gilardi, she's also a Patriots fan, so it's kind of fun. We've been chatting about it.
That's great.
And yeah, I mean, it's Pats fans were spoiled for a long time, but then we had like a stretch of 6 years where it was not good. So it's nice.
All right, well, what about if you're a Jets fan?
Well,
it's been a little more than,
Yeah, you know what it's like to
little
struggle,
more than 6
to
years.
really
Yeah.
actually struggle as a sports fan. But it's really fun. It's been fun to watch. It's been fun. Drake May is exciting, and it's just been really an amazing run. So I'm excited to watch the AFC Championship. I'll be covering I'll be covering the Storm here at Channel 3 and also trying to keep an eye on that game a little bit.
I know,
keep
of course.
one eye on the game.
We will. And we also have you covered with a 30-minute special prior to the game, and that is happening Sunday at 11:30 in the morning. That is on Channel 3, also on the Wax and WFSB Plus. So we are going to have crazy interviews. We have really special guests. It's going to be 30 minutes of all local stuff you won't see anywhere else in terms of the Patriots being one game away from the Super Bowl. And then after that, CBS will take over coverage at 12 o'clock, and from 12 to 3, they'll have pregame coverage for you. And then on Channel 3, Sunday at 3 p.m., Patriots at Broncos. You can watch it right here on CBS on Channel 3.
It's going to be a fun Sunday.
It's a busy Sunday. Football,
yes.
snow.
I know. Well,
we got it all.
Hopefully everyone can kind of just stay indoors, watch our snow coverage, watch the Patriots, relax, enjoy what this season is all about, because, winter, this is when we get the snow, and you'll be wanting this in the middle of August when it's 95 degrees. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I know. I'm not a big snow person. I enjoy it for what it is. I love it with with our kids.
Yes.
Like
yes,
I
that's
really
so much
didn't
fun.
like it before I had kids. Now I kind of
And winter
like
sport enthusiasts, last weekend when it snowed, I had friends who were skiing and they were like, this is the greatest thing ever. So I'm always pumped for them.
I
'cause
know,
they
I wish
love it
I
when there's
skied.
fresh snow. Yeah.
I know.
I don't need an
missed out on
ACL
that.
injury right now. No more. I'm too old. I didn't learn young enough. With two parents from Queens, they weren't teaching me skiing.
Yeah, same with my parents were both from Boston.
Yeah.
So nobody taught me how to ski.
Yeah. I know. We got to learn. I went once. It was good. It was fun. I had a lot of fun, but I only went once.
Yes. I went once as a child and then never again, and then got scared in my 20s to learn, and then
Yeah,
it
it's
never
hard.
clicked. I know. Yes. Anyways, well, that's it. Snow and Patriots. That's
Let's
your 3
go.
at 9. Let's go. We'll have the latest. If the forecast shifts at all, of course, we'll have the latest at 10 o'clock. And it's going to be very, very cold. So that's the story first. Then the snow comes. So anyway, so 10 o'clock and 11 with Erin, 10 o'clock with me and Mike, and then 11 with Erin, Mark, and Mark.
Yes. All right. We will see you then. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night.